There was better than expected news yesterday about the housing market in the U.S. Housing starts increasing for the first time in 3 months, but just barely. New homes aside, if you are already a homeowner and if you're looking to try to sell your house, you still have a rough road ahead of you. Homeowners have watched a once red-hot real estate market cool considerably, and as a result, some people are trying anything to sell their homes. Joining us now to weigh in on the topic from West Palm Beach, Florida, is Mike Larson, Senior Real Estate Analyst at Weiss Research Incorporated, and Chip Cummings, a real estate broker in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Welcome, gentlemen. Chip.
Good morning, Peter. How are you?
Good. Chip, let me start with you. Your boots on the ground out there in Michigan, which has been hard hit by the real estate crunch. What extraordinary things are sellers doing right now to try and get out of their homes?
Well, the market is bad here. You're right. We've actually got 1 out of every 100 homes in foreclosure right now, and so things are looking a little bleak. So sellers are taking some desperate measures. There's no question about it.
For example?
Well, they're trying to put together some bonuses. For example, I've got one gentleman that says, you know, buy this house, get a pair of snowmobiles for free, 1 year worth of pool maintenance, new cars, trips, vacations, anything they can think of to throw into the pot.
So tens of thousands of dollars in incentives in some cases.
Well, yeah, it sounds better than sitting on the home for 6 to 9 months, because if you think of those carrying costs with payments and taxes and upkeep, it could actually be a way to get out of the house and save some money in the long term.
All right, Mike, let's go to you and talk about inventory in real estate markets and why that's particularly important, and why a seller needs to be knowledgeable about the pool of available houses for sale in his or her market.
Well, sure. Supply of homes for sale is really the biggest problem that sellers are facing right now. There's about 4.4 million single-family homes, condos, and co-ops on the market nationally as of September, which is roughly double the level we had in late 1990s and early 2000s. You can also measure supply on a month's supply at current sales pace basis, or how long it would take to sell all the homes out there. That's running more than 10 months, which is the worst since 1988. So in this kind of market, you're competing against a lot of other sellers. Really, it's a rough market.
Well, Mike, let's talk location, because, as you know, all home markets are local, like politics is as well. We're hearing, for example, that in New York City, the market is still relatively strong, but in places like Florida and California, it's fairly weak. Nationally, though, prices seem to be staying pretty strong. What is going on market to market?
Sure. Well, I mean, every market is a little bit different, but I think nationally, you know, buyers can drive a hard bargain right now, and they know it. So if you're trying to sell your home, it's all about price, price, price. You've got to look at recent comparable sales. You've got to look at asking prices that sellers are trying to get, and really undercut that maybe 5–10% in a lot of markets to get noticed. As you mentioned, some of the weakest markets are the ones Florida, Arizona, Nevada, parts of California, where speculation was the hottest. That's the real problem we're facing.
Chip, let me just finish up with you, because one of the things that we hear anecdotally is the psychology of trying to sell your house, that some people just can't bring it upon themselves to take less for the house than what they paid for it. What do you advise sellers to do in that situation? Just suck it up?
Well, very true. As you said, it's not just location, location, location. It is price, 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 and they do need to get serious. If they need to sell that home and need to get out from it, now's the time to do it. Don't let the property sit around for 6 months and get stale. Financing has caused a big concern on that. As you know, the market is tightened. We've got less programs than we did before, but money is still out there if you look for it, and buyers are out there. The market is still pretty good, but you got to get serious and get that pricing in line.
All right, Chip and Mike, thank you.
Thank you.